Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a look of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Hornet Report. I'm your host, Faith Wareham, here today with the wonderful Carlee Brew.
Aw, thanks, Faith. And it's so wonderful to be back in the studio with you and our awesome crew. I'm sure the cameras miss me too. Mwah, mwah.
Yes, it's so awesome to be in the studio for this episode. We definitely miss being here with the crew. So let's get it started here, Carlee. What's on tap for today's episode?
I thought you'd never ask, Faith. We have some great stories this week. First, we'll pass the broadcast over to Siebel with a sports preview on the boys and girls basketball team. Finally, Holmdel will be showing off their virtual at-home classrooms in MTV's Crib Style.
I know I'm looking forward to our winter sports at Holmdel High School. Let's toss it over to Siebel and hear what he has to say about both the boys and girls basketball teams. Steven?
Thanks, Faith. After having their best season in almost 20 years, the boys basketball team is back and looking to make another run. I went to a recent practice to catch up with them and hear their outlook on the season. Let's check it out.
Coming off your best season in 20 years, how do you follow that up this year?
Wow, Steve, that's a great question. It's a real important year for us. We did have a good year, but I think this team is real anxious to create their own identity and build off of last year. We're at the point now we want to be a really good program, not just a good team. So this year we're hoping to carry over from build on last year, and this team kind of establish their own identity as well.
Oh, we just got to come in and keep working. We definitely don't want to fall off and just kind of be complacent with what we did last year. We definitely want to come in and work every day and definitely try and build on it. Obviously it's a strange year, but we want to try and build on that and not let this strange just impact us.
Majority of the team last year gone. How do you step up and become a leader?
It's just obviously, it's obviously pretty much a different team besides me and Bradley. Best we can do is just play hard in practice. All we can do is play hard in practice. And then if everyone plays hard in practice, we're all going to realize what we need to do in order to win.
Well, I think it's just naturally in practice, just talking and doing that kind of stuff, playing hard, leading by example. It's just basically doing what I did last year, but just being a senior, I guess. So I don't think there's much of a difference, just the title of being a senior instead of a junior as it was last year.
The different schedule than usual, how do you prepare for unfamiliar opponents?
Yeah, it's going to be different for everyone. It's kind of unique. We're playing teams we usually never play, but they have the same issue. They didn't play us either, so it's kind of relative. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to miss playing Rumson and Manasquan, our traditional rivals, but we're looking forward to something new. It's going to be a different challenge.
Well, we're going to take every game like it could be our last because the way COVID is going, we don't know if a school is going to get shut down and then we have to reschedule games, or if we could get shut down, then that's 2 weeks no basketball. So we're just going to try and take it one game at a time and just appreciate every game that we get to play.
A short 6-week season. How do you get this team to where you want to be and how far can they go?
Yeah, that's a challenge. All I can say is so far these guys have worked they're really, really hard. They're listening to everything we're trying to do. So we're just trying to condense things and keep it simple a little bit more than usual and really focus on just being good at a couple things. That's really our goal, is to just be good at 2 or 3 things, and then we'll see if we're good enough.
It sure seems like these boys are hungry and ready to work. Let's hope they can finish what they started. Meanwhile, our boys team isn't the only impressive team. The girls had a fantastic season last year as well. Now led by an amazing senior class, the girls look to make their mark in Holmdel history. Ben Sammut has the preview. Ben?
This year is an interesting season for the girls basketball team. Although COVID did postpone the start, the girls are out on the courts preparing to demolish the competition.
We graduated 2 key seniors last year in Leah Nolan and Carson Fontana. Luckily, we had some underclass that filled out the rest of the starting lineup. and then we had some great role players who learned and developed and matured as the season progressed. So really looking forward to this year's seniors stepping up under the leadership of Lindsay and Ryan as our captains. Certainly Olivia Palmer and Emma Quirk and Molly Julian stepping in, and then we have great underclassmen like Abby Ferguson, Catherine Martini, Mia Giamanco to take that next mantle.
I think this short season might actually be beneficial for us because last year we had a lot of problems with injuries and illness. We all got the flu. We were going for 18 days straight, so it was a bit of a tough time, but honestly the extra time that we had this year really prepared us. I think we had a lot more time to train. I can already see that in conditioning right now, we seem to be in a lot better shape than last year going into the season, so I'm really excited to see what we accomplish.
This is a sprint, not a marathon this year, and that's something I've been trying to dedicate the girls to, is the fact that we cannot waste a single minute of practice, which you may have seen here. We're doing a lot of running, a lot of conditioning early, trying to get them prepared for that sprint. 8 weeks basically, 8 weeks for 15 games. We got to push. Last season was a continuation of building this program for Holmdel. We had some really tight battles throughout the season, playing Manasquan tough and Rumson tough, and then we finally broke through with a big win against RBC. Obviously, we want to build on that momentum going forward. And we have a challenge. We got SJV in our pod this year, so that'll be kind of like the next step, the next test for us.
I'm not exactly happy with the way our season ended last year, especially against Manasquan. The boys and girls both lost them 4 times, so they are our first scrimmage this year. So we're really looking forward to that, and it's basically just proving to everyone that we can compete with the rest of the shore.
I think probably my motto and our team's motto this year is play every game like it's your last, because we really don't know what could happen.
Due to the circumstances, it's a little sad we don't exactly get the senior year we planned to have, especially with senior night and no spectators. But I'm grateful we have a season at all, and the way we've been preparing just throughout the summer, we've just made the most of it, and I'm really excited.
Looks like the girls team is practicing hard and ready to win. Good luck, girls. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Ben. Unfortunately, no fans are allowed at these games this season, but you could still watch all of the games, varsity, JV, and freshmen, live on the Holmdel Athletics live streaming YouTube channel. The link is also available on the Holmdel Athletics Twitter page at Holmdel Hornets. In other news, ice hockey opened their season with a 5-0 win over Brick Township. Senior Andrew Kim scored his first career goal. Meanwhile, fencing begins their season January 28th. I'm Steven Siebel, and that's the buzz in Holmdel sports.
Thanks, Steven. Those stories were absolute slam dunks. So, we've seen our athletes on the court, but what do they do when they're at home? Better yet, what do all of our students do while learning at home? Let's take a look at some of our very own Holmdel cribs.
Welcome to Holmdel Cribs. This is my school space. All I've really got is my computer, my pens, and my thing that tells me the days of the week. Let's see how other Hornets do school.
Hi, I'm Katie, and this is my virtual classroom. Most of my classes start off in my bed. I usually wake up, grab my computer, and start getting into my Google Meetings. Most of the time I do note-taking, watching videos, or going over class discussions or PowerPoints in my bed in my nice comfy covers. Then as the day moves on, I usually move over to my desk. My desk area is more clean, and I'm able to sit upright and focus more on writing essays, doing math homework, or doing other things that involve more writing or more typing.
This is my bedroom. Doubles as a classroom. Usually this is where I do all my work. So first period class, I usually just wake up, don't even get out of bed, and just join the meet from my phone.
Hi, my name is Sophia Mancino, and this is my Holmdel High School crib.
Okay, so I normally sit at my desk, and this is my desk. So I normally obviously use my computer every day, and this is where I take my notes if I need extra paper. And then I have just all my pencils and extra pens in here if I need. And this is really my space, my bag right there.
I'm gonna show you guys my workspace, Holmdel High School crib. So, here's my desk. I don't use my desk that much. I should be using it a lot more because better for your posture.
So my virtual school place is literally just my gaming rig.
This is my workspace. I have all my stuff. I have my big desk calendar, my big desk computer. I have all my sticky notes for my assignments, and this is where I am every day.
Hello, Holmdel. The part of my crib that I wanted to show off is the part that gives me the most inspiration, I'd say, and that is my 10-foot cutout of Chad Michael Murray. Made by the one and only Faith Wareham. He truly inspires me every day. And shout out to the famous Faith Wareham for making it for me.
Hi, I'm Rena, and this is my study space from home. Well, here it is. This is where the magic happens. First, we start with my wheelie chair, which I have a lot of fun, rolling around the room with when I need to get stuff in the middle of class. I also have my laptop stand that I got for Christmas, which is really helpful because it keeps me from craning my neck all day. I also have all my colorful pens, my headphones. This little guy, I have this laptop screen cleaner, which has gotten really useful. I also have my notebook, hole puncher, ruler, my pens and pencils, my TI-89, Post-its, glue stick erasers, all that fun stuff. This is my coaster for when I need to drink water. I also have my little stress toys, which have gotten really helpful this year. All my books. This is my music stand for when I need to record things for band. And down there I have my backpack, my other laptop table, and just all the extra stuff I need. I hope you enjoyed the tour.
And that's Holmdel Cribs. Thank you everyone for sharing. Now get back to school.
Whether you do school from your bed, a desk, or even a kitchen table, huge props to all HHS students and teachers for keeping us connected and helping all of us learn. As much as we all might miss class from our bedrooms, hopefully next year we'll be able to return to the classroom full time. Well, Carlee, that just about wraps up this episode of the Hornet Report. Hopefully next episode we'll be able to stay in the studio, but we'll all just have to roll with the punches.
Well, it definitely has been a pleasure anchoring this in-person episode with you, Faith, and a pleasure to share Holmdel's news with all of you.
Follow us on social media. Our Twitter and Instagram are at HHS Hornet Report, and our Snapchat is at Hornet Report.
Be sure to join us next time where we'll bring you this week's best at HHS. And a pleasure.
A pleasure.
A pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's truly a pleasure this news with all of you.
Follow us on social media.